that what happened, every artist get their time to shine. When Method Man first came out, he was hot. DMX was hot. You know what I mean? Snoop was hot. T Pain was hot. Everybody get their time to shine. If Ja Rule didn't go back and forth with him, it still would have been a Murder Inc. It still would have been a G unit. It might be maybe 50 wouldn't be as big as he was now. You know what I mean? If Ja left it alone. It's like what would happen to the industry? What if Pop was still living? But if Biggie was still living? You think a lot of these artists would have been eating like they are? You know what I mean? After they passed away?
No, I totally get where you coming from. I've been saying that it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
If Pac and Big
Hmm.
was alive, that
Right.
wouldn't
If,
have a
if,
career
if,
today.
if Pop was still big, a lot of these rappers probably wouldn't be successful like they are now. You know what I mean? Because Pop was a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these rappers that was came out, they probably was trying to get songs with Pac or you know what I mean, or something like Big. Was Jay Z big as he was, and Big was still alive? Who's to say? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. That's a really, really good question. What's your
If
opinion
it,
on
well,
Jay
fit,
Z?
well, if 50 Cent would have been able to do what he did if Pop was still alive, but Dr.
Yeah,
Dre probably would have paid him no mind because he got 50,
nah,
he had Tupac under him.
I get that. I get that. What's your
Mm-hmm.
opinion on Jay? On Jay, you know what I mean? Do you have do you know you got a personal relationship with Jay or
All right, Jay reached out when Black Rob was in the hospital. He reached out to lend a helping hand, but this dickhead Mark Curry dude, started this GoFundMe program shit. But Jay's a businessman, you know what I mean? Like him and Beans has some issues going on, but like I can't knock a motherfucker who's sitting on $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like whatever he did works for
no,
him.
not at
You know what
all.
I mean?
Yeah,
How it's like certain conversations ain't for people like you got some dudes who's selling nickels and dimes over here in the street corner. The guys who's bringing in 300-400 pounds, they're not in the same circle with the guys who sell nickels and dimes. They're not even in the same circles. They
that's a
don't hang
fact.
out the same places. You know what I mean? So like certain conversations about how you feel about Jay, how you feel about Puffy, or how you feel about them guys that sit on multi millions. Like whoever they do it, like it works for them. They got multiple incomes. They got enough money to last generations. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Hey, a quick sidebar. What's some inform? What's like some tips that you would give to people like that have their own labels and that are just trying to trying to get out from underneath it and break through. Being that Murder Inc. had to start somewhere. Like, what's some advice that you would give to up and coming record labels that haven't made it yet?
The tip I have, just play fair. I mean, you got a record label, play fair. You know what I mean? Like, stop raping your artists. You know what I mean? Like, don't be greedy. You know what I'm saying? Just play fair. Cause a lot of people with these labels, they don't play fair. A lot of these people with these labels, they sign these artists, and what they doing, they're taking a life insurance policy on them, like Empire, Mo3, King Von, Young Dog, all got killed. They all under the same label, Empire. Nah, we don't
Wait,
want you to
wait,
talk that
okay, wait a
positive
minute.
rap.
There was life. Wait. So all of those artists. Rest in peace to all those artists that have been killed. So wait, you telling me that they had life insurance policy? The labels had life insurance policies on those
Yes,
artists?
they have life insurance policy on them guys, them individuals.
I mean, that might sound elementary to everybody else, but to me, I think it's astounding that you know what I mean that's allowed
No,
because
that's
you
a
know what I
fact.
mean.
That's a
That
fact.
no, I believe it. I know it's truth, but I'm just saying it just blows my mind that companies are even able to do that. That's you know what I mean. That's like businesses with high mortality rates taking out life insurance policies on their employees. I mean, why would they have safety measures if they know they're gonna get paid if somebody dies? That's kind of crazy, man. I mean, I'm not trying to spin narratives with that. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, yeah, they do that. There's a lot of my whole thing is don't be so anxious to sign a contract because my whole purpose of making a documentary about Black Rob, my whole concept was don't let what happened to Black Rob happen to you. You know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's my whole concept was.
Right.
So when it comes down to your management career, can you give us a quick rundown of who you officially were a manager for, and who did you enjoy working with them best?
Man, it's Cheeks, Beans, Freeway, Big 50. Um, who else? PD Pablo. But like I said, they all individuals. Like they all got their own personalities. But somebody call me to book them, do the contract, sign it. They all show up. They show out. Like I mean, they all do it. I ain't never have to worry about somebody that they got to deposit money. They never showed up, or they missed their flight on purpose. And never had no type of issues going on.
So who was the most difficult, the women or the female, to
The women are
manage?
difficult because a lot of these women they think everybody want to sleep with them, and then so many women because they might got a body on them, they think that that's going to help them get somewhere with their career. No, you know what I mean.
Speaking,
If you are an artist, you need a rap. Like, how you gonna be a female rapper? You showing up a bunch of pictures on your Instagram, you showing titties and ass. People
man.
want to hear the music.
Man,
True.
tell them.
Sp-
So
People want to hear the
speaking,
music.
I got a
speaking.
question.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This baby doll. So, going back to when you said that the label had insurance policies on the artist, did the artist know that they had insurance on them? Like, was it in their contract?
I don't know if the artists know or not, but I seen documents where Empire had life insurance policies on these individuals. Now, some of these guys might have signed these contracts because they is anxious to get on, they need the money, or whatever case may be. Maybe they didn't have a lawyer to look help them look over his contract. He just signed the shit. You know what I mean? I just found
Yeah,
that it's so funny how three of these guys on the same label, they all die. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
some of these
nah,
labels
yeah.
don't want you to talk that positive shit. Nah, talk that gangster rap shit. So you can get some abuse somebody else, we can cash it on you. You worth more to us dead than you are alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like,
yeah.
damn, they were.
So,
That's crazy.
so do
hey,
you have
hey,
any billing?
go ahead.
This is love, by the way. Do you have any dealings with Murder Inc. and Irv Gotti still to this day, like
I
business
spoke.
deals?
I spoke to I talked to Ja, but it's like what Irv doing movies and shit like that. I'm not gonna be a hustler's helper. I mean, Irv do him, I do me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's respect there, but I just didn't like what he was saying about Ashanti. You know what I mean? Like like he did an interview back in 2006 when the Williams was on the radio, and she had asked him, "Irv, did you have sex with Ashanti?" He said, "Yeah, we was fucking." Why would you say some shit like that?
How old was she back then?
I
Starting
don't
out.
like she's over 21, but one whole thing is why would you even say that on the air? Because you mad because she started fucking with Nelly? You had a wife. You know what I mean? You got mad because she fucking with Nelly, so you gonna try and guess, yeah, Nelly, don't think that, you know what I'm saying? I got one over on you. I was messing with her before you. Type of shit. Like, come on. Like, that's some sucker
Yeah,
shit.
that was petty.
Yeah, that
It
is.
seemed like it
That's
rubbed you the
messy.
wrong way. Yeah, it seemed like that
Huh?
rubbed you the wrong way. It seemed like that
Nah,
rubbed you the
there's a
wrong
lot of
way
these
they did
dudes
that.
be a lot of these dudes act like females nowadays that gossip shit. A lot of dudes gossip more than females. That's why I don't be fucking with a lot of dudes, man. Like sometimes, like I'll just stay away from that sucker shit, that gossip shit. Like one dude I know, he married, right? He got a chick, but he fucks with other females, but he goes and tells his wife other dudes that's around him, oh yeah, that guy, he fuck with such and such. Da, 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 da. Nigga, tell your shit. Why you tell this other man's
Oh, he
business
one of
though? Tell
those.
your wife like what the shit you doing.
That's crazy. Hey, but not to take the messiness out of Shanti's name. How did y'all feel when y'all first came into Ashanti and she had her first smash hit single?
For y'all don't know, right? Ashanti was going to a dance school, right? Gloria Johnson, which was Prodigy's mother's, the rapper Prodigy. His mother had a dance school in Queens, on Merrick Boulevard. And Ashanti, she was before she got the Murder Inc. She was doing shit. She was in the movie Who's the Man with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, and then she also was in. She had a little small role, little part in Malcolm X. When Denzel played Malcolm X, she was in that movie as well.
Were you a mentor to Ashanti? Like, did she ever call you up and ask you for any
I
advice
was
or?
telling her when she came to Murder Inc., she had a boyfriend. She straight out of high school. She came to Murder Inc. I mean,
Mm,
so her little high school sweethearts always called there, you know, stressing her. I mean, she was right now she working like yo, she's staying focused right here. Like we need her to be focused. So Irv
Hmm.
went to her was like, yo, you got a decision to make. This dude keeps calling here. You want to we could not sign you, drop you off, kick you off the label. You can go ahead and pursue your relationship with this guy or come here to work. So she chose to work in the studio.
But do you think that was just haterism on his part because he wanted to screw her?
Nah, I think like you gotta be focused. Like when you got money behind an artist, like I mean you want them to be focused because I got hundreds of thousands of dollars behind you. I'm gonna take my investment. It's like a fucking bank. You go to the bank and get a loan for a car. They put you on a 5-year plan because by the time you finish paying off that car, it's gonna be more worth than what you bought it for. So the bank made money off of you.
Damn, that's wild. So okay, so
Oh,
I mean, I want to go ahead. You got another question, love? Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. I wanted to ask you, what's your honest opinion on what's your honest opinion or view of what Wack 100 said about Black Rob? What would you say to him if you saw him?
Wack can eat a dick, man. He into this. He another dude with this gossip shit. Like, come on, like you call Rob a crackhead and all this other shit, and Rob wasn't smoking no crack. And if he was smoking crack, so what? Like, like who is you to say to pass judgment? You close by yet?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
He put a
I
lot of
want to
smut
give.
on a
We
lot of
going.
people's names.
Yeah, I want to dig. Yeah, I want to dig into that because I'm gonna let you go the fuck off. If you feel me. But
Right. Yeah,
before we
but
do that,
yeah, but whack
you
on
know,
some dumbass shit. Like the man
yeah.
died,
See, I already
and
know.
you
There
throwing
you
dirt in
go.
his name.
I already know. I already know you gonna go in on it. But that's right there because I know it's gonna bubble over on that point. So I want to get into that, but I want to talk a little bit more about like your personal history with this music and the effect that you feel that you're leaving behind on this. So I mean, are you currently still doing management or anything like that?
Yeah, I just got no October 20th. I will be in Detroit. The 22nd, I got Mr. Cheeks booked a show in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
November 11th, I got Beanie Siegel, Freeway, and Memphis Bleak booked a show in Brooklyn, New York. So I still like the
Oh
promoters reached
man.
out to me. They were like, "Yo, we want to book." Like, some people like, certain clubs, certain areas, certain artists do good. Some people like, "Oh, we want Cheeks, or we want Benny Siegel,
Yeah.
or we want,
Right.
what I mean, we want Beans and Freeway." I mean, like, what's the
That's right.
ticket? I mean, not everybody could afford like a little baby want 100 something thousand dollars. You got a club that maybe hold 12,
Right.
1,500 people, and this guy want 100 something thousand. You can't recoup your money back. So some promoters ain't good promoters either, because they always try to say like, "Oh man, well, I don't think he's gonna work at my club. I don't think nobody's gonna come out and see him. He had nothing out in a while." Beans is a fucking hip hop legend. That's
That's right.
first
Yeah,
and
beans,
foremost.
bro. I fucks with
I
beans,
said he
bro.
did State Property 1 and 2 and Paper Soldiers. He
Yeah.
sold millions of records. He had hit songs with Jay Z. What you mean? Just say that you're not a good promoter. That's all.
Mm. Mm.
That part.